So, Arsenal won. Yes, we did win, bruv. 1-0 to the Asna. Yeah, 2-1 on aggregate. Bukayo Saka. Brother, you have etched your name into our history. Now go and win it, my friend. You have turned up against Fulham when it really mattered, and you have turned up against Atleti when it really mattered. Yep. And we've both been on this case for a long time. Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. Yeah, make sure you check Kenny out. Make sure you check the merch out as well, by the way. Once a gunner, always a gunner merch is out. Anyone, click the link. It'll be in the description. Yeah, live 24. You got that until 8 p.m. when Bayern München kick off against Paris. So you got that discount code. Let's up to everyone who's bought the merch. Make sure you sub to Lee Reacts, and I'm going live with Northside straight after this fan cam. Kenny, I thought we'd win.
Yeah.
I was hoping it never went extra time. We said that on the podcast yesterday. Yeah, you said, yeah, Kenny, you was there. Yeah, the fact that Manchester City dropped points, Thierry Barry, one of the worst strikers I've ever seen in my life, turned into Thierry Henry, not Thierry Barry. He was Thierry Henry. That gave the fans the lift. Yeah, not only that, I see it on Sky Sports in the Spursy pub. Do you remember when the bus was driving in? Liverpool, Manchester City, and the bus driver couldn't see because the flares were going, and it was smoke bombs. I see that on Sky Sports earlier, and I left the pub to come home to do the stream. Kenny, you was there live and direct. What was that like, Kenny? We made the Champions League fucking final, and you were
let me tell you something now. I got to the ground at 7 o'clock. Just after I got to the Fisher Park at 7 o'clock. No, just after 4-7, I got to the vicinity about just after 7. The place you couldn't move. You couldn't bloody move. I saw DJ B coming down with his son, and it was like when you got to the concourse, it was like pandemonium. It was full of people. And then when you eventually got in, the whole bow was full. Before, normally 10 minutes before kickoff, you still got people coming in. The atmosphere was banging. We couldn't stop singing. I was saying to people, why couldn't it be the ground like this, be like this all the time? The amount of people were singing, jumping from the 15 minutes before the game, and then as soon as we kicked off, the atmosphere was so intimidating. I thought we didn't have it in us. The way the crowd really got involved. There's no gimmicks, no little flags. There was a tifo, 2 lovely tifos. I think one had rare, one had a lovely tifo opposite me. But there's none of these like little flags or little plastic Safeway bags. It was just we didn't need that. We didn't need that. I'm telling you now, from kickoff we were at it. Don't get me wrong, we played a fantastic team. Should be very proud of efforts. Simeone admitted defeat when he took off. Lookman, he took off his son. He took off. Alvarez. He knew the game was up. He knew that his players were spent force, and he had to, hope for something. Knock down from Soloff. I can see why Soloff don't start matches because he brought enough at the table. But you have to give special mention firstly to Bukayo Saka. I've always said that, and sometimes I had me doubts, and sometimes I thought it was going mad, that if we wanted to do something special, he's got to turn up to the party. Of course, he got a second goal against Fulham. Typical Saka goal, but just to be in that position, you've got to big him up. But special mention has to go to a litany of players. First and foremost, the defeats, especially Gabby, Magalhaes. I'm very critical of Benjamin White, but I thought he had a good game today. I thought Calafiori did his bit. Miles Ruskelly shake me out. Take a bow. You were very brave. It was a brave selection, and you never hid. You always wanted the ball. You always wanted to play it forward. And I shake your hand. A special message. I call Trossard dibbly dobbly. He is a dibbly dobbly, but this time he was a dibbly dobbly in a great sense. The way he works and works and works, And then, of course, you've got to go Goyteres. I'm his biggest critic, but it's not personal. But today, he did everything I needed. Ran the channels, held the ball up, won 3 kicks, got into really good positions, was involved in the goal as well. Him and Benjamin White involved in the goal. And then Trossard as well with a shot. Oblak made a fantastic save, and he was probably the unluckiest man in the stadium, and Saka's tapped it in. But off the ball, we were fantastic. The way even when we made a mistake, when there was a bit of mix-up in the second half, when I think it was Simeone went round, and just as he's about to shoot, boom, great tackle. That's what we did. We really want to be in this form. We really want to sort of like change it. The players really want to change their lives. Declan Rice worked and worked and worked. Sometimes we all know the players are running empty, but when you get into these situations where it gets really close and you believe in yourselves, which the guys did, then it's one of those things where you think, just give us anything. Give us everything you can. Try it. Give it your all. Don't give up. Saka ran his race today. I thought, the substitutions, Madueke made a bit of a nuisance, but again, he gave the ball away in silly situations. Odegaard, brought a bit of calm to the proceedings. Martinelli did his bit. But that's the thing. We're going to need every player from now until Budapest. Every player's got to lay down a marker. They can't have a situation where if you're not playing, be rest assured you'll be needing the next game, because their places are up for grabs. The team may be set in stone for Budapest, but you can still make a contribution in the league games, because the league's the most important for me. So players who don't start, keep your heads up. We didn't need to have it today. Well, we're going to need you in the next few games. Same with Jesus, all you players. You're all going to be needed. You're all going to be needed. And you got to be up for it. And of course, it's memories of 20 years ago. One of the worst days of my life, but one of the best days of my life, because I got to Paris. I made a day of it. I made sure I really enjoyed it, which you should do, but we lost, and that was the downside. But we got another chance now. Another chance. We deserve it.
20 fucking years.
At 4 minutes, we've been the best team in the competition in terms of the league. We worked our nuts off and rode our luck and deserved to get through to where we are today.
Invincible.
The situation now is we are going to play a difficult team. Whoever it is, they're a great team. Bayern Munich are one of the great bastions of European football. Got great players. PSG are creating their own history. They're creating their own history. It's what I say is money well spent, but they've got a great manager. But the problem is, despite all that, there's a reason we're in the final. There's a reason why we're unbeaten, and we need to show that in Budapest. But before we celebrate, we should celebrate hard. Don't get to sleep. Don't go to work blurry-eyed. Lose your voices. You work from home. Start work at 10 o'clock, not 9. Work about 4 or 5 hours or 6. Don't have a lunch, and then enjoy yourselves. And then Sunday, it's about West Ham, because there's an opportunity to lay down a marker. Whatever happens at the Etihad with Brentford, whatever. Just remember, we're in control. We should be affected either way. If Brentford get hiding, so what? If we do our jobs, we can win this title, and that's where it's next best. We've now part the Champions League final. We don't have to think about it until tomorrow, because we need to know what we're going to get, and then concentrate in the league. And after the 24th, we've got 6 days to play for the final. But this is what we've all asked for. This is what we dreamed for. But at the end of the day, we've been here before. Let's not. Can you just imagine the celebrations if we actually win the league and win the title? Because I've seen an example of it today. You go outside the concourse, there's people still. I left the ground, got me food and everything, put it in the fridge, not ready to eat it because I'm too excited. I've never seen so many people so happy. I've never seen so many fans really enjoy themselves. I thought the best atmosphere I've seen in Arsenal Stadium was in 1988. 1988, we beat Everton to get to the Little's Cup final, right? Highbury was banging. I don't think I've ever seen an atmosphere like that at an Arsenal game. This equals it. If you won it in 1988, just look at the atmosphere today. That was equal to that. So actually, off the Little's Cup, of course, it's the Carroll Goal. Of course, you're excited, but I've never seen it rocking like today. Like when we got to the Champions League final, you had to be there to believe it. It was one of those things where people can't believe it. Now, there's going to be some of the people who are not going to be able to make it, but they're going to be part of this because they were with us from the start of the Wenger years right to today. In terms of start of the Emirates years, we got to enjoy it. And if we win the league and win the Champions League, make the most of it, because don't make the mistake I made where I didn't enjoy it because I thought it was going to happen every year. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Try and enjoy the last few games. We probably won't. They'll put us through it. They might drop points. They're capable of doing it. But when it comes to Budapest, have the best time of your life. If you're not there, get your. If you want to watch it on your own, watch it on your own. If you want to watch it with some friends, get the blinds down, create the cinema atmosphere and enjoy yourself. But make a day of it, and don't just get the home for the match. Make it a whole day. Just North London should be rocking. Wherever you live in the country, or even Arsenal, enjoy your life, because day. I can tell you right now, these moments won't happen very often.
20 years, Kenny.
20 years.
Fair play to him. Fair play to him. Whether we rate him or not as a manager, he's got us there.
You know what the situation?
And we have a chance because now we're there.
It's very much his triumph, because he's stuck. He's got every right to stick two fingers up to people like me, you, and everyone else, because he's done it his way. He wasn't indecisive. He didn't try to be what he's not. He's done it his way. Now he's got to collect. He's really got to collect, and I like for his sake he does collect, because he's taking a bit of a kicking from us. So hopefully, he's there to shut us up. That's what being an Arsenal fan's about. It's win-win.
Hopefully he sticks two fingers up at us and says, you see you lot, I did it my way.
There's going to be a few Wazzocks out there, a few pork chops. They're going to just make it all about them. But all I've got to say about you guys, you guys in this situation, you Wazzocks and you pork chops out there, just remember one thing. We didn't do it for the sake of doing it. We wanted the best for Arsenal. And if he's the best we've got, then fine. I'm glad to be proven wrong. But I'll tell you one thing. Some of you guys were at the game today. I've been at every game, home game this season. I've been quite a few ways. I've had the hurt. I've been a season ticket holder from before I was a season ticket holder. I used to go and pay my way in. Then I had the money to be a season ticket holder. I've had the yards. I've seen trophies under George. I've seen trophies under Arsene. I've seen the hurt under Arsene. I've seen the lean years under Arteta where we've had a process. Now we're in a situation where we can dare to be great, but it's up to us how much we want it. And I want it. The whole fans want it. Just go and get it now.
Fucking get it on that bombshell. Kenny Ken, 1972.
Get in.
Kenny, we're in a fucking final, Rob.
We're in a fucking final.
Yeah, and you're going to be at West Ham away, yeah?
Well, yeah, I'm going to be at West Ham away. I mean, quite a few of us are going to be there. Andy Nunn wants to meet up in King's Cross, but I'm as tight as a duck's ass.
You're going to the last three home games, the games.
I'm going to the last three Premiership games. I've got so it's the one home and the two away. So I'm going to Crystal Palace, last game of the season, and I'm going to
Burnley,
West Ham, Burnley, crappy Burnley.
Yeah,
Burnley,
that's at home. That's at home.
Yeah.
F doing that journey. Yeah. Imagine driving past Manchester to go to Burnley.
Yeah, but can you imagine it? Burnley at home. Now, that could be the day we win a title. If
Yeah, it
results
could.
go
It
away.
could. Yeah, it could.
Well, but you know what? Doesn't matter. If we win a title, I've got no problem celebrating at Selhurst Park. No problem.
All right,
I've got all
just
night.
win it. Just win it. Just win it. Just
I've got
win
all
it.
night. There's some
Kenny.
lovely West Indian places there I can celebrate in afterwards.
Just win it, Kenny.
That's all
Yeah,
we've
and
got
I
to win.
think we
But
will win it. I think we will win it.
well,
Champions League is going to be long.
let's not think. Let's just think. Let's do.
Facts. On that
I said
bombshell, I'm going live right now. We're
I
north.
said to guy on the train, he said, "Where's the champagne? I want some champagne." I said, "You're not having any champagne until we actually win something."
And he was like, "I ain't arguing with you. You're bigger than me."
Yeah, he laughed. Him and his mates laughed. I said, "No champagne for you until you win something."
On that bombshell, we're out of here, Kenny. I love you. Yeah, I'll see you again at West Ham.
West Ham with that fun.
Love you, bro. Yeah, thanks for your support always, man. We're that close, Kenny. 4 games away from doing our best ever season.
Hey, that'd be great. We never won the title with the Emirates. Let's make the let's win something at our new ground, and that way all the sacrifice, all this kind of we've made of leaving our great grand Highbury. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe we have a bigger stadium to celebrate things in. Hey,
I love you, man. I love you. All right, make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972. I'm going live now. Northside's joining me. We're out. Laters.